Well, gyrations, fellow Trippies, and welcome to another Trippy Food live stream. This one, you know what? I've come to a decision. I'm not going to do any more live streams through the end of the year. No, that's it. You can't talk me out of it. No more live streams through the end of the year. We are joined once again by Doodle himself. That's his last name, himself. Doodle, the Prince of Dogness. Everybody say hello, dude. Doodle, the Prince of Dogness. Yes, Doodle. You're a good boy. So it looks like we have, well, yeah, it says 3 people, but I think we have more than that because we have Adam, we have Miguel, we have Tom, and we have John. So there's 3. So Doodle's overzealous today. So he just likes the petting, but it seems like when I'm talking, he likes it even more. So he's like, oh, talk to me. He's very demanding today. So how is everybody? I hope everybody had a good Christmas holiday, if that's what you celebrate. But even if you didn't celebrate it, you still got the day off, probably, unless you're in retail. Or, well, no, retail's closed, but like food service, maybe you worked there. Let's see what Sonic's saying with all uppercase letters. It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. Thank God this year is finally over. Hope you're doing good, safe. Well, you as well, Sonic. Good to see you again, and glad you could join us today. Janice is here, so it's a party now. Here's Steve Russell. Wow. All right, so they're just pouring in right now. Meanwhile, Doodle is attacking my arm. He deems me not being affectionate enough right now. It's like I demand that you pet my chest while you talk. And the thing was, he was calm. He was just sitting here, but then I started talking, and then he started, oh, I know what it is. It's a snack, right, Doodle? All right, we can do the snack. Let's do the snack. We'll do the snack. Look at that. So cheap. And off he goes. All right, I have more snacks. He'll probably come back later. But it's so funny because he waits till I start talking, then he goes like, I need a snack. So hopefully you all had a good holiday, whether it was Festivus or Christmas or Saturnalia or Hanukkah, whatever it is that you celebrated. Hopefully it was a good one. And you had some nice time off and you got to spend some time with your family. So hopefully that was the case. We did. And as you recall, we didn't have a live stream last week because it was Christmas. But I did give you a Christmas episode. Who watched our Christmas episode? Raise your hands if you've seen our Christmas episode. Let's see. Did I miss anybody? Did anybody else sneak in? John King says, I almost got blown up. Dang, can went off in my fire pit. A can of what, John? I was on YouTube watching you at the Hat in Alhambra. Jet Value should be eating from the Hat on New Year's Eve pastrami. Well, I can't do it live, unfortunately, Sonic. Or I could get one from the Hat. And you know what I need to do is I need to do a pastrami dip crawl. So I mean, I did the Hat, but it wouldn't hurt to put it back in there. I did the pastrami burger at, was it Lucky Boy or Tops? It was Tops. I don't think I've done Lucky Boy yet. And then there's Johnny's as well. So I think that's what we'll do. Probably close to the new year, I will do a pastrami dip sandwich crawl, and certainly we will include the Hat in there. So, but yeah, hard to do a live stream from a remote location. But maybe at some point in time we'll try to figure that out. The place has decent internet. I wouldn't want to just use the guest internet and everything because it would just be too patchy. But it's a good suggestion. By the way, if you guys have suggestions, just throw them out there. I should have like a suggestion box in our community page. I think I'll do that. I'm gonna set up a suggestion page. So if you have suggestions like that, you can add that. Also, remember on our community page, we still have the Ask Val thingy down there, and so be sending in your questions for Ask Val. We're just waiting we're waiting for enough questions. We can do another one. I mean, we could do some live, but hey, 21st century, you're late. Well, no, it is the 21st century. I guess so. Maybe people start talking about the 22nd century now that we're in the 21st century. Let's see, who did I miss? Did I miss anybody else? New Year's 2023 ideas. More pastrami family restaurant reviews. Well, but okay. You're talking about just general 2023 ideas. Yeah. I will do that. I will, I can do it while we're sitting here. I could do that. Hang on one second. Let me do that. And I will set that up. as a suggestion box in our community. Let me do that. I can't talk and type at the same time. Oh, I spelled something wrong. Hang on 1 second. And boom, it's there. Okay. Later on, I'll put a nice picture there afterwards or something. There we go. Let's see what I missed because I couldn't see that. Watched this great episode of a pro wrestling documentary series called Dark Side of the Ring. I heard about that. It was about the death of Owen Hart. It was specifically about the death of Owen Hart. It's a series, though, right? I would recommend it for non-pro wrestling. Well, you know, everybody, like, I'm not a big wrestling fan. I haven't really followed it really closely. There's a lot of people that I don't know, but you know, obviously we all heard about Owen Hart because that was pretty dramatic. Do you like King of the Hill? I guess, Steve, you're talking about the show, the cartoon, adult cartoon, I suppose. King of the Hill. Yeah, I always liked King of the Hill. Was it? Hey, Dad, why don't we just buy one of those Japanese TVs? Bobby, go to your room. Yeah, I love that show. Old style pastrami deli, Mexican tacos, burgers, hot dogs type of restaurants only. Los Angeles history. Okay. Mexican tacos, burger, hot dogs type of restaurants only. You're talking about for the whole year? Just do those only? I don't know about that, but it seems like you got to kind of narrow that down a little bit. Let's see, Mexican tacos, burgers, hot dogs type of restaurants. Well, yeah, we could do those. We could do those. The only thing is they'd have to have something unusual. The pastrami French dip thing would be unusual because I don't know that they have stuff like that in other parts of the country, and we have a bunch of them here. Most of them are actually located in Pasadena, but we have a bunch of them here, so that would be interesting. But the thing is, if it's just burgers and hot dogs or anything, they don't have an interesting thing, then, you know. But we could find something. I'm willing to bet that if you find one of those places, especially the mom and pop places, that they have some kind of unusual, like I would say Okie Dog fits that bill. And Okie Dog, well, we did an episode of Okie Dog, so that certainly fits that bill, Sonic. So just kind of work that into a suggestion and put that on there, because I already put the placeholder on the community page. So there we go. Review the salsa verde grilled chicken burrito from Taco Bell. We can do that. That's easy. We can do that this week. Well, how about we do that next year? Well, you know, or we do it today and it airs next year. Either way. It would be fun tonight if you did a New Year's Eve countdown in your live stream for 12/31. Well, it would be if I was going to, like, for the people on the East Coast, I'd have to be doing it at 9 p.m. But here's what I can do. So after the video is finished, when the video is done, then it renders, and I think in 2 hours it's up. So what we can do is, at least for people on the West Coast, maybe on the East Coast too, because I think it would be before 6 o'clock. We'll do a countdown at the end, and then I'll just put in the number that you can kind of go directly to the timestamp. Go directly to the timestamp, and then you can do the countdown. So you can count down with Trippy Food at midnight. So there we go. Let's see. Hi, Haystack. So Haystack snuck in the room, drops a case of Two Hearted Ale on the like button. Get out of here, 2022. Yeah. The thing is, went to a lot of matches in the old WWF days. Well, the thing is, Tom, I used to watch wrestling when I was a kid in Boston, and I think that predates WWF. It might. Now we're talking about people like Bruno Sammartino, Chief J Strongbow, Professor Tanaka, Freddie Blassie, people like that. Those are the people that were wrestling when I would watch it. So I think that was pre-WWF, but it could have been WWF. I don't even know. Talked about the WWE was too cheap to buy proper safe stuff and bought stuff that would let Owen go fast and ended up letting him go early and ended up dying, and they still ran the show. Damn. Yeah, I think there's footage of that somewhere. Yes, Okie Dog is one of them. It is, Sonic. maybe we go there and we do something different because we did the Okie Dog. I don't know, or we did it a few years ago, and maybe we just do another one. So why not? Yeah, we could do that. That's a good idea, Sonic. We'll do some research, find a bunch of them. Hell, we'll take Janice with us. They have another great episode about Chris is it Benoit or Benoit? And the horrible thing he did to his wife and son. Don't know about that. Chelada Val should make an appearance. That would be a good New Year's appearance, I think. I don't know if we could do that live though. So we certainly couldn't chug, but over a 2 year or a 2 hour period, if I was drinking and we got a little tipsy on a gelato, I think YouTube would probably be okay with that. I mean, I've seen, it's on Twitch though. I was gonna say Matt's videos. I've seen some of his videos where he's not really in like a perfect frame of mind when he's doing it, probably because of all the chugging challenges he has to do. But might work. Good idea. Countdown for tonight. The replay at Eastern time and Pacific time. I will do that, Sonic. Do me a favor, if you're here at the end of the live stream, which will be at 3 p.m. Pacific time, remind me before we get there. Like remind me maybe 15 minutes before that, and we'll do a countdown. So there we go. Val, guess what I'm drinking today? I'm going to say you're drinking a Mickey's. That's my guess, John. You're drinking a Mickey's. But I don't know if there are different kinds of Mickey's or it's just Mickey's. But I think I'm gonna say that you're drinking a Mickey's. That's my guess. So I was saying before that this is the last day in 2022, and it seems like every year we go, that year sucked. I can't wait till next year. Next year is going to be so much better. And then at the end of that year, we go, that year sucked. So I don't even do that anymore. I don't even say like, can't wait till 2023. It's going to be so much better than 2022 because, honestly, I don't know. So my advice to you is make the best of whatever year it is. Make 2023 a good year like you would or could have made 2022 a good year. It doesn't matter what else is going on around us. It doesn't matter how else things are. And I know that it does matter if you're going through some stuff on a personal level and everything, but from an outside world kind of thing, just make it a good year, just make it good. And then 2023 will be a better year. So that's my philosophy right now. So there we go. Thought how funny it would be to go into a Shakey's Pizza and bring in chili cheese fries and pastrami and eat both foods while doing your live stream. Yeah, but again, then it's like I'm doing my live stream from a Shakey's Pizza, and again, I don't know what kind of internet service they have, and might not be, it would default to like the grainy one, and it would probably cut out stuff like that. So unless I could arrange with some and maybe we could do that. Maybe that's a good suggestion as well, is that we find a restaurant, a unique restaurant or an unusual restaurant, and just say, hey, we'd like to live stream from your restaurant. Can we do that? I don't see why somebody would oppose that, because it would be business for them, I suppose. But so that's a possibility too. If that's what you're talking about, then put that down as a suggestion, and we'll try to work that out as well. Again, any suggestions you have for the year coming up? I mean, I have a few things that I'd like to try, and some things that I would call New Year's resolutions. Like I've talked on this channel before about the music channel and doing a music or a music-based live stream every week, and I'm going to make that happen. So that's an easy one. I'm going to make that happen in January. So there we go. Enjoying some of the aforementioned Bell's Two Hearted IPA. I don't remember, Haystack, if we ever did that or not. It seems like somebody suggested Bell's Two Hearted Ale. I'm gonna have to see if I can get it. Where are you from, Haystack? What close metropolitan city? I don't need addresses or anything. Chris had too many concussions and had the brain of like an 80-year-old when he was only 37 and ended up ending as well. Oh my God, that's horrible. Yeah, it's a tough industry because you just, I mean, it is. It takes its toll on you. Don't let past mistakes bring you down. Start over and make your life better. Yeah, absolutely, Sonic. I agree. Oh, as I said it. We have wiped him for the history books. Like they did a tribute show for him before everything came out. You can't easily find that online. Yeah, it's usually one of those things that like somebody in the audience filmed it or something, and they had like they put up the video, and it probably gets taken down real quick when they do put it up, because it's pretty bad. But the way I get around drinking for YouTube is not to show what you put in the cup and call it water. Wink, wink. Yeah, Eli, but the problem is that like it's not obvious. Now here's the thing we could do. I actually have a Twitch account. I haven't used it. I could do something like that on Twitch. So maybe that's the thing is we'll just like every once in a while we'll do a live stream on Twitch and we can do stuff like that. You know, we'll do our adult blue Twitch, right? Where like you get the adult vow as opposed to the family-based vow. And maybe we could do that. So that's that would be a suggestion too. So write that down, and we'll see if we can make that happen as well. Again, like I said, I have a Twitch account. I could do it. So there we go. I'm in Huntsville, Alabama, but Bell's should be available nationwide. I will check probably Total Wine and More. They have everything there. So I will check Total Wine and More. And hopefully, let's see, do I have an alcoholic beverage for next week? I do not. So maybe we'll make that happen next week. My New Year's resolution is to lose weight. Yeah, me too. And goal is to be able to go into a store and be able to see a shirt I want and be able to find my size. So far, I'm down almost 30 pounds since March. Oh, excellent, Adam. Awesome. Yeah, I got to do the same thing. I might even think of more than 30, but like maybe between 40 and 50 pounds, I think I need to do. So that's a good New Year's resolution. I'm going to be doing that as well. We have a refrigerator full of holiday food and everything. So, you know, I think like whatever we haven't eaten by New Year's Day, it's going to get thrown out and we're just going to start from scratch. So there we go. Trying to come up with good ideas for your new YouTube live stream shows in 2023. How about a Russian-Ukraine food special? Show us the unity in both foods and cultures. There is unity in the cultures. There's not unity in the countries, but we're treading on political ground here. So we'll just stop the conversation there. I'm going to let that kind of go, Sonic, because I know you're talking about it from a cultural standpoint. There's always been cultural unity, and there's still cultural unity. It's just, you know, it's a political situation right now. So that's the problem. But could do that. That's possible. I don't think we've done a few Russian items that we got at John's Marketplace. I think we've even done a few Ukrainian items, but we could do them together. That would be doable. You know, write that one down, Sonic. Menu for my stream tonight: French onion soup appetizer. I thought you did French onion soup before, Tom. Then grilled New York strip with bourbon peppercorn. Damn, Tom, I got to eat at your restaurant. Crispy fried blue corn polenta with tender cooked asparagus, topped with a salted butter sauce. Dessert is freshly made puff pastry, blueberry turnovers. Man, that sounds amazing. So apparently Tom, if you guys don't know, Tom usually, if we're doing it on Saturday, he usually does his live stream an hour after ours ends, which is like 4 p.m. Pacific time. So there's his menu right there. That's what he's going to be making tonight. So definitely check that out. Also, if you have not subscribed to his channel, please do so, because when he gets to 1,000, he is going to eat raw oysters with Vienna sausage, with chocolate syrup, with blue cheese dressing together. And I want to see that. So subscribe if you have not done that, and get other people to do that. So let's see. Wondering YouTube's new terms of service have affected reckless eating. What, Eli? I haven't seen them come out with a new terms of service, because we don't usually. I mean, like, we're pretty straightforward. I don't know about the language thing. They used to have a thing like you couldn't swear in the first 15 seconds or something like that. I don't know, but I haven't seen anything, like, they haven't sent me anything talking about their new terms of service. So so what kind of things have they changed? My New Year's resolution is for 2023 is to help you, Val, with good show ideas. Well, that's doable, Sonic. You could do that today. Don't wait till tomorrow, though. If you got it, just throw it out there. We'll just say it's your New Year's resolution. Do you eat black-eyed peas for New Year's, Val? I do, John. What I usually do is I make Texas caviar, and I think we did 2 New Year's episodes. One where we made Texas caviar, and the other one where we went to a restaurant and we had it there, but we had some other stuff that you eat on New Year's. So we had like greens and stuff like that. So check those out. I don't know if those were New Year's episodes or not. I'm pretty sure they were, though. But yes, I do eat black-eyed peas for New Year's. And again, if you're not familiar with, let's see, was that recent? I do remember it. Let me see if I can find that. Hang on one second. at least find the link for it. I mean, when it aired. Search for Texas. Hoppin' John Texas Caviar New Year's Special. That was when? That was 2018. So our 2018 New Year's Special, we did Texas Caviar. Let's see if we did another one. Yes, we made it last year. Last New Year's Day, we did Texas Caviar. So if you go back and look at our episodes, last New Year's Day and 2018, we're doing Texas Caviar, which is your black eyed peas. So there you go. And my heaviest was around 320. Got my house. I have chairs are back on porch. Before the last week, I started not to be able to fit in them, so that's when I realized I had to do it. Yeah, I think like me, I'm just getting older, and I just don't want. I want to be healthy. When I go to the doctor, they're not concerned about anything. I don't have anything, wrong. I'm not taking any kind of medication. I don't have diabetes or anything like that. But I don't want to chance it at 62 years old. So for me, it's just kind of like I just need to be my healthiest, and so that's what we're gonna do. Went to Lucille's Barbecue, had a full rack of St. Louis baby back pork ribs, chicken and sausage, green beans, mac and cheese, mashed potatoes, potato salad, and pumpkin pie, and lemonade too. Just you, Sonic? That's just you ate that, or hopefully you went with a bunch of people and you all ate that, because that's crazy. You should try it, people. Lucille's Barbecue or Dickie's Bar. I'm gonna have to disagree with you on Dickie's. I've had Dickie's several times, and I'm not crazy about it. It's not that great. But then again, I lived in Austin, Texas, which is really close to Lockhart and Bastrop and like all these great barbecue places. And there's great barbecue places in Austin, Texas. And when you do that, and then Dickie's isn't that great. But I have not tried Lucille's. I will try Lucille's. But Dickie's, I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that one, Sonic. Do you eat pork and sauerkraut for dinner the first day of the new year because for some reason my family does it? No, I know that sauerkraut is made from cabbage, and cabbage is good luck. It's because it starts out green, and so it's supposed to represent money. So that's why the sauerkraut. I'm not sure about the pork, but hey, that could be a new tradition. Being near a good barbecue place sets that bar real high for it. It sure does, Haystack. It absolutely does. Well, there's good barbecue out where you are as well. So like throughout the South, I mean, nobody thinks of it. There are some decent barbecue places here in the LA area, but not like Texas and the South. I mean, well, I take that back. So I will tell you guys, if you ever get to New York City, in Times Square, there's a restaurant called Virgil's. And the awesome thing about Virgil's is every year they take a road trip, and they go to all the barbecue capitals of the U.S. Right? They just take this road trip. They go to all these different places, and they find some interesting things at those places, and they bring it back. And then their menu is based on these places they went. And they actually on the menu they draw pictures and everything of all these different places. Like they might do pulled pork from Owensboro, Kentucky, or things along those lines. And so the thing is, you can order off the menu all these different barbecue things from different around the country and everything. It's really, really cool. So it's a really cool way. If you can't go to all the cities, you go to Virgil's in New York City and just order, the different things and everything. It's pretty cool. So if you get a chance, I would do that. So you don't like Dickie's Val? I see. Cool. It was first time at Lucille's. Yeah. Again, I've not been to Lucille's. I have heard good things about Lucille's, but like I said, Dickie's, not so much. There's a place in Texas that is kind of like Dickie's. It's like a chain, like a big chain. I can't remember the name of it and everything, but it's not that great either. So, Val, don't let the anticipation get us. What's the last word of 2022? The thing is, the other day I saw a word and I go like, I got to use that as my last word. So let me think about this carefully. I want this to be a good one, right? Okay, carefully think about the last word for 2022. The last word. I'm gonna say how about what's something that would be appropriate for 2022? Sonambulism. That's going to be our name. That's going to be our word. Our last word of the year, sonambulism. That's it, sonambulism. And I know I haven't done that. Thank you, Miguel. It is. You're absolutely correct. Bill Miller's. Thank you, Miguel. Yeah, Bill Miller's is just okay. I mean, it's in Texas, right? There's so much other like real good barbecue places to choose from. It's not that it sucks. It's just, you know, there's so much better, right? Would you agree with that, Miguel? Texas beef barbecue ribs are so big, just 3 ribs. Yeah, it's like the Flintstones where they put it on your car and the car tips over. That's how big they are. Also, for too much cussing. Oh, Haystack, you're talking about the new terms of service. For too much cussing throughout a video. Apparently, I watched another YouTube's video on it last night. He said something like half his videos got demonetized overnight. Wow. Yeah, the thing is, we have always like been okay, whereas other channels have had to change stuff. Like first they did the no vomiting, then there was the no chugging, then there was the I think there's no smoking probably. They just added these things, and so a lot of channels like Reckless Eating had to take down a ton of stuff. I mean, like a ton of stuff. And so we've always tried to be a family. Not family-based, not family-oriented, but family-friendly. We try to be a family-friendly channel. So you can watch this with your kids and you don't have to explain anything and you don't have to cover their ears or anything else like that, right? You know, unless your kid swears like a truck driver. But that's what we've always tried to do on the videos, on the live stream and everything. And apparently it's worked for us because they can change their terms of service, but unless there's something specific to what we're doing, like they say, no beaver meat. From now on, no beaver meat, or we're gonna take your videos down. But other than that, I think we seem to be okay. And there we go. Let's sleepwalk into 2023. There we go. No, or we kind of walked through 2022, so that's why the last word of 2022 should be stay safe, eat well. That's forward, Sonic. Unless you can combine those into one word that works with that. That's I like Bill Miller's. It's good, just the fried chicken. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's good. It's okay. It's just that, in Texas, you've raised the bar, and there's just some. Even Rudy's. Rudy's is another chain. It's not as maybe blue collar as Bill Miller's is, but Rudy's is actually pretty good. And they usually have like a lot of limes and everything. They're all over the place. Rudy's is all over the place. I think they started out in Austin. But now they're all over, especially Central Texas. Rudy's is actually pretty good. Miguel, have you eaten at Rudy's? What do you think? Hey, Ice Hand has entered the room. Welcome, Ice Hand. Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you for joining us on this New Year's Eve. Let's see. I used to go to Sizzler's for all-you-can-eat barbecue ribs tonight with, yeah, I guess the thing about Sizzler's is it's cheap, right? So, and it's a buffet. So you just like fill up on the expensive stuff. You could do that. But then, you pay for it later. Let's see. Val, do you like a little or a lot of hominy in your menudo? I don't like a little or a lot. I like, I guess just the right amount, right? You don't want more hominy than you want tripe. Like you want there to be enough tripe in there. You want there to be a decent amount of beef foot in there. So, it's all about balance. So I like a menudo that has, just the right amount of hominy, just the right amount of tripe, just the right amount of beef foot, just across the board. So that's kind of my thing about menudo. I really like menudo though. I may have a bowl of that tomorrow Sunday morning. Yeah, I'll have a bowl of that tomorrow morning. Rudy's barbecue is good too. Yeah, it's decent. It's pretty good. Especially for a chain. For a chain, it's really good. All right, dang it, now I got music in my head. Sleepwalk. That's a great song, though. Haystack. It's a great song. When we do our music thing, we'll visit that, like great instrumentals. That is one of the great instrumentals. That is an awesome song. You're absolutely right. At least their version of it. I've heard other people cover it, and that they noodle too much. So it's like just keep it basic and keep it simple, and it's like really really good. Brisket and ribs, potato salad for supper tonight. Sounds delicious, John. Special shout out to Julie and Doodle. Hope your family and dog are safe and happy. Well, Sonic, did you miss Doodle when he was here earlier? The problem is I gave him a snack and that's all he wanted. And so he's gone. I guess he will be back. So I go, Doodle, and maybe he'll come back. We'll see. Either way, I know that. Let's see. Natalie Nicole's ASMR. Well, welcome, Natalie. Since you're into ASMR, maybe we'll like chew loudly on when we start into our snacks. And we're already at 1:30. I've just been talking. We have not even started our snacks or anything. But that's okay. It's New Year's Eve. It's a party. You have joined us. You have decided to see the year out with us, and we appreciate that. So we should get started though, because we, like I said, we're half an hour in. Doodle got what he wanted. That's right, Joshua. Got what he wanted, and boom, he's off like a prom dress. So there he's gone. All right. So let's start with our adult beverage. Let's put that up here so that you guys can peruse that while I read a card. So again, we don't like to waste anything here, so we have trivia questions left over from the last live stream. So if you remember, the trivia questions from the last live stream were based on Trippy food episodes. So you can find the answers to these questions in our Trippy food episodes, or you can look them up. That's fine. Same thing, probably either way. So we do have our first, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, our first 4 questions are leftover questions, and they're going to be based on Trippy food episodes, or like things that we did in Trippy food episodes. So there you go. Let's see. Yes, Railsplitter. Are you familiar with it? Haystack. Are you familiar with this? I am not. I just saw this the other day, and I'm like, because here's the thing for like if you're a beer aficionado like I am, and when I say a beer aficionado, I don't mean like drinking a 6-pack of beer. I'm saying like every Saturday night I like to get a beer and drink a beer, and I like to try different things. I try not to get the same thing each time. And one place I never really considered as having interesting and unique beers, and where you can buy a single and you don't have to buy a 6-pack, is Trader Joe's. So and even if it's in a 6-pack, you just open that up and take that one to the counter, and that's fine. So I have found a lot of interesting beers at Trader Joe's, and this was one of them. So this is where I actually got this one. So let's go ahead and read our first question, and our first question is that our first question, or did I accidentally scroll? Yes, it is our first question. The question is, what food festival is held annually in North Plains, Oregon? Again, what food festival is held annually in North Plains, Oregon? And again, there's a Trippy food episode for it. So we are trying Lincoln Beer Company Red Ale, or Railsplitter Red Ale. This is, let's see, 5.5 ABV. And Lincoln Beer Company was founded by Patrick Dunn in 2016 in Burbank, California, in beautiful downtown Burbank. So this is our adult beverage of choice today. I think I saw somewhere, yes, it's vegan. Now, I know what some of you are thinking out there. You're thinking like, it's beer. Isn't beer vegan anyways? No, beer is not necessarily vegan. There is something called isinglass, and isinglass comes from the fish swim bladder, and they use it to clarify beer. So not all beer is, most beer is, because not a lot of beers continue to use isinglass, but any beer that has isinglass and is not vegan, this one is vegan. So there we go. All right. Julie is not here to rate my pour. It smells like beer. And who doesn't like a good red beer? Look at this. I poured it all over the place. That's why I don't like pouring out of a can. In our patented Trippy Food Beer Tornado Glass. It's not patented. It is not Trippy Food. It's actually Samuel Smith. I'm drinking a red ale made in Burbank, California in a Samuel Smith glass. There's got to be a law against that. All right, let's see what this is all about. So you know what it is? The foam is hiding the smell of the beer. So the smell of the beer is being trapped in it because I can't smell beer. I smelled it when I opened the can, but I can't smell it in the glass. And I think it's because the foam is hiding that smell. Cheers. That's nice. Oh, that is really nice. It's really smooth. There's like maybe a slight bitterness to it. Almost a little creamy. Trippy Food East. Hey, Julie's in the room. Julie, you missed my pour. I just did a pour and you missed it. Just assume it was awesome and it was a 10. It was a 10 out of 10. This is really good. It's a 5.5, so you would think it would be a little stronger on. It's not. Like I said, it's a little bit, just a slight bit better. Really, really smooth. Almost kind of like a wood taste, like a wood barrel kind of taste. I don't know if they make it in wood barrels or not, but it almost has that flavor of like wood barrel. That's a fine beer. That's a big thumbs up. That's really, really good. I'll be nursing that the rest of this the show. So Julia missed all the revelry. We were talking. We just got started like a half an hour in, just because we were just talking about all kinds of stuff. So, but it's a live stream. That's what we're supposed to do, right? We're supposed to talk. We're supposed to interact. We're supposed to have camaraderie and everything. And that's why I love you guys. So there we go. As long as you don't mind, I don't mind. Okay, so let's go back to our question. And our question was, here we go. Our question was, what food festival is held annually in North Plains, Oregon? And the guesses were, Miguel, you said, what is the ABV? I think I told you 5.5. But I don't know if you heard that or not. So I'm just catching up on the questions here. It's one of the few red ales I like. Yeah, red ales aren't that common, apparently, but I like it too. Let's see. Guesses. Janice Yamanaka said the Elephant Garlic Festival. John King said the Lemon Festival. Did we go to a lemon festival? I don't know if we went to a lemon festival. I think there is one. Miguel Rangel said the Cheese Festival. I want to see Chilada Val Air Sax rendition of Kenny G's Songbird. That might be doable. Put it in the suggestions. The Grand Telekinesis Hovering Quat Festival, El Segundo. Oh, well, of course that, but it's not in El Segundo, so it's in the Elephant Garlic Festival. I don't know if they do that there in North Plains anymore. Yes, it is the Elephant Garlic Festival. If you guys have not had elephant garlic, it's not a true garlic. It is in the leek family. But if you've ever tasted elephant garlic, it's amazing. And they have this festival. And it sounds like that's a big thing. I think maybe it's a couple of city blocks long, but it's small. But if you missed it, we did do a Trippy Food episode, so you can see what that's all about. They do have garlic beer. So there you go. Let's see. Did I miss anything else? I think I'm all caught up. Am I all caught up? I am all caught up. Everyone's wishing each other a Happy New Year. That's fine. Ooh, a cheese fest does sound amazing. There has to be a cheese fest somewhere. There's an everything fest. Everything you can possibly imagine, there is a fest. Some of them we haven't not done yet. We did the avocado fest. No, was it the avocado fest? No, it was the artichoke fest. We did the artichoke festival that used to be in Castroville and is now in Monterey. We did both garlic festivals. We did the North Plains Elephant Garlic Festival, and we did the Gilroy Garlic Festival, which unfortunately is done. So they're not going to be doing the Gilroy Garlic Festival anymore. So a combination of COVID and other things have put an end to it. So no more Gilroy Garlic Festival. I'm trying to remember some other ones. Oh, we did the Strawberry Festival in Lebanon, Oregon. We did a few other ones too. So let's see. They have lemon festivals in Upland and Goleta. When is that, Janice? Like, when is typically the lemon harvest? We'll have to do that. We're gonna have to do. Have you been to either of those festivals, Janice? Tom retracted a message, so I won't worry about it. If you can put it back up if you want. Grubwarp is in the room and he is saying Sauce Fest. No, well, we already agreed it was the Elephant Garlic Festival, but they should have a Sauce Fest. Oh, we went to the Menudo Festival, and did we? I don't think we did a Trippy Food episode. I think it was back when I was doing the blog. So we did a blog article on the Santa Maria Gilroy Garlic Festival. Let's see. What am I missing? 5.5 hydration. Stay hydrated. Sonoma has an artisan cheese festival. There you go. There's the cheese. Coffee festival. You're probably going to have a coffee festival. I would think they would have something like that in Colombia. I'm willing to bet they would have that in Colombia. Val, good news and bad. Good news is we got to hear 5 Knuckle Shuffle yesterday on Matt's live and stream. Bad news is your character lost to Mr. Lemon. Huh. Huh. My character always loses. That's okay. As long as I had fun doing it. I didn't see it, but if I had fun doing it, that's important. Yeah, I think 5 Knuckle Shuffle is taking place of Don't Hang Up as the song that they're starting to play more on the Reckless Eating live streams. By the way, I think Matt is doing a live stream like he picked right now just because he knew it was going to be my New Year's Eve one. Jerk. No, that's the Upland Lemon Festival is in June. The Goleta Lemon Festival is in September. Well, I'm gonna have to do that. Thank you. So Janice posted the link for the North Plains Elephant Garlic Festival. So if you haven't seen it or you want to know what the whole deal with elephant garlic, boom, there it is. The link is there. Your duck was still alive. My duck. We have a strawberry festival in Plant City, Florida. The strawberry festival in Lebanon, Oregon, is where they make the world's largest strawberry cheesecake. Strawberry cheesecake? Strawberry shortcake. Strawberry shortcake. World's largest strawberry shortcake. We did an episode on that, and we did the world's largest strawberry shortcake. So, Janice, if you can find that one and put that one up too, that would be cool. I want to go to an asparagus festival. I would like to do that too. Steve, I don't know if there is an asparagus festival, but can you imagine what the restrooms smell like at an asparagus festival? In San Antonio, they have Barbacoa and Big Red Festival. Woo! Barbacoa. Oh, can't beat barbacoa. Did I miss anybody? Steve Russell, I got you, right? Okay. Hang on. I'm getting a message. This must be important. All right, there we go. So let's go on to something else. So we have our fine beverage here. If you just came in recently, we just got started. We're late, but I think we're going to be okay. And we did this Lincoln Beer Company from Burbank, California, their Red Ale Railsplitter, which is really, really good. All right, so now let's switch gears here for a second. Let's see. Well, I want to try something. At least everything looks spicy. Let's start with the sweet stuff. So I'm not sure if I should do these individually or together. Either one. Maybe we'll start with one and do the next one. This is from a company called Soli, and this is fruit jerky. And the only ingredients is what's in it. So like this one is 1 whole organic mango. So this strip of jerky is 1 whole organic mango. And this strip of jerky is 1/2 of an organic pineapple. So that should be interesting. No other ingredients. So let's go ahead and read a card. And the question. I know it's upside down. You didn't know it's upside down. It doesn't matter because we're not reading it off it anyways. The question is, what former restaurant sign featured a 68-foot tall neon cactus? Again, what former restaurant sign featured a 68-foot tall neon cactus? Now, again, it's in a Trippy Food episode, and just as a hint, the sign still exists. The 60-foot tall neon cactus still exists. It is no longer a neon cactus, though. They switched all the lights for LEDs. So there we go. Let's see. Did I miss something else while I was busy yapping? Nope. People are just saying hi to each other. Ramen Fest. That would be good, too. San Joaquin has an asparagus festival in April. All right. Now we're cooking. That's coming up. So we should do that. All right. So people are answering that question, and let's get to this. So let's see. What am I going to do first? The pineapple is more acidic. So let's start with the mango. And again, the company is Soli. They have not been around a long time. Soli was founded in 2019 by Gabriel and Simon Sakal in La Jolla, California. I know it looks like La Jolla, but it's La Jolla. Ingredients: organic mango. You can't beat that with a blunt object. Let's see. Do I have to peel this or cut this? No, peel it. Julie, you've had these, apparently. Bob's Big Cactus. Thank you. Janice posted the link for the Strawberry Festival in Lebanon, Oregon. Kowloon Restaurant had a 68-foot neon cactus. Kowloon? I don't think so. Kowloon is like a giant tiki hut. It's kind of a cool place. They're supposedly, I think, going out of business. They say they've been going out of business for a couple of years, but apparently the lot that they're on, they're going to develop something bigger. Now I've heard that there's a possibility of incorporating that building, that tiki building, into whatever it is that they're planning on doing, but I don't know what's going on. Julie, you would know. Julie, what's the latest on Kowloon's? Because I know they were talking about closing, selling to the people who wanted to develop the big place, but then they also talked about incorporating that building into whatever else they were going to put there. I don't know what happened. So, Julie, do you know the latest on that one? Let's see if I can. Oh, that's like, it's almost not fair to call that jerky. It's like the texture of Jack Links. Doesn't really require a lot of chewing, but it's a fruit. Now, wouldn't it be funny if this didn't taste like mango? It should only taste like mango, and it does. It tastes like a mango fruit roll-up. Good flavor, not too sweet, just pure mango flavor. It's pretty good. It's really sweet, but if you think about it, they took a whole mango and they smushed that down into this. So naturally, the sugar is going to be concentrated in that. So it's good. Like I said, a little bit sweeter than if you were eating a regular mango, but the texture is really nice. That kind of stuck in my teeth though. The texture is really nice and the flavor is really nice. So let's do these together. So this one's the pineapple one. And it's only half a pineapple. Are people still guessing? Val, I have seen elephant garlic for the first time at Walmart and had no idea what that was until now. Well, Joshua, you need to get some and cook with that because it's delicious. It was funny because when I went to the festival, I brought back some of the garlic cloves. They said you should plant them in the ground. They'll come up. Now, the thing you have to remember is garlic scape is when it sends out the stalk for the flower, right? And you can eat the whole thing. You can eat the stalk. You can eat the flower. You can eat the whole thing. The problem is if you let it go to flower. So if it starts to form a flower, all the energy goes into the flower, and so the bulb doesn't grow, or it doesn't grow that big. So if you want a full bulb of and this works with regular garlic as well as elephant garlic. If you want the full bulb to grow, then when you see it starting to form the flower, then just pinch that off, and you get the full bulb. So just my little hint to you. This one's a different texture. It's almost it's like kind of a plastic feel to it. The texture is different. It has like fiber in it. I guess pineapple does anyway. It's not as chewy and not as sticky. Also not as sweet. Almost tastes like sulfured pineapple, but I don't think they add any. I don't think it's sulfured or anything. No, the ingredients are organic pineapple. They don't add anything. The thing about pineapple, though, is it's never going to substitute for a fresh cut piece of pineapple. That juiciness of that pineapple, that refreshing flavor of that pineapple, it's never going to match that. Once you do it in this format, but it's really good, really tasty. You can definitely taste the pineapple and everything. Both of these are really good and big thumbs up. Now, again, I will mention this, with the exception of the beverages, everything that I got, everything that I'm doing here was part of my Christmas present. So I got these for my Christmas present. Now, I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, but when I put the thumbnail up for this, I noticed this while I was creating the thumbnail for it. Everything here is red and green. So I got this for Christmas. Everything's red and green. All the packaging is red and green. So it was funny that it's a Christmas present. And look, seriously, everything is red and green. Red and green. Red and green. Red and green. It just worked out that way, I guess. All right, let's go back to our question. Our question was, what former restaurant's sign, I have to pretend I'm reading it over here. What former restaurant sign featured a 68-foot tall neon cactus? The guesses were, Julie, I don't think you're allowed to guess. Let's see. Where are the guesses? John King said Shoney's. Eli said Bob's Big Cactus, as opposed to Bob's Big Boy. Janice said Kowloon initially. Julie gave her a geographical hint, though. Let's see, were there other guesses? Crow garlic. I never heard of crow garlic. And it's even safe to eat because we don't park there or use any chemicals on it. What is crow garlic? There's the puppy. Yes, Doodle came and went. I guess I wasn't paying attention to him, so he just took off. He'll be back. Feel the pineapple trying to eat you back. Yeah, well, you know, pineapple can have like a high acid content. You can actually like, what do you call that when you like get like, not burns in your mouth, but everything. But it is a pretty strong acid. Why would they put sulfur in the pineapple to dry it out, Donna? When they make dried pineapple or other fruits like apples and stuff, they call it sulfur. I don't. It's probably like sulfur dioxide or something like that. But that's I don't know exactly what the chemical is. Can somebody look that up for me? But they call it sulfured, and they just add some. So even if you just get it's dried pineapple or dried apples or something, then it's sulfured, and then they add that extra chemical or whatever it happens to be. Let's see, Doodle. Did you get a red green box set? I did not, Tom. Bob's Big Quat. There we go. That's Tom's guess. Bob's Big Quat. Wow, I just heard that coming out of my mouth and had questions about it. Let's see. I think that was it. Those are the only guesses. I did not see anybody actually answer the question. It is in fact Hilltop Steakhouse. Hilltop Steakhouse. Julie, do you remember what year they went out of business? They'd been around for a long, long, long time. Really, really popular. They were on Route 1 in Saugus, and really popular, and they went out of business. And so I think they originally talked about tearing the cactus down, but then a lot of people said they wanted to save it because I think they opened in 1966, if I'm not mistaken. And a lot of people wanted to keep the cactus as a what do you call that? Like a registered not trademark, like a thing on the side of the road, So they did manage to save it. They have redeveloped the property, but they kept the cactus. The cactus now has like a sign on it saying the things that are on the location. But they did save the cactus, and because neon is very expensive to operate, they switched out the neon for LED lights, and it's still there. So if you're driving up Route 1, especially at night, you see that lit up giant cactus. It was once part of Hilltop Steakhouse. There we go. You should review Fair Kumquat liqueur. Miguel, do me a favor. On the community page, I have a placeholder for like a suggestion box. Put that in there, please, and then we will get to that. We will actually do that. It's preservative sulfur dioxide. Yeah, Val. That's what I thought it was sulfur dioxide. I was not sure. I knew they had sulfur in it, but which seems like it'd be toxic, but I guess not. All right. Did I miss anything? Did I miss anybody? Did anybody come in that I didn't recognize? Did somebody ask a question that I didn't answer? Please let me know. Janice, Julie, let me know. Did I miss anybody? Because I don't like to miss anybody. All right. So again, big thumbs up on these. I mean, it's not the same as eating the fruits, but it gives you that flavor, and it's a thumbs up. So there we go. I had an amazing dog last night. Oh, hot dog. Okay, I thought you meant like a real dog, and I'm like, you just got a dog last night? An amazing dog last night with ghost pepper, hot link, mustard, cream cheese, and some mustard, cream cheese, and mango habanero sauce. That's an odd combination. Now, cream cheese and the mango habanero sauce, those go good just by themselves. Like if you just get like a block of cream cheese and get a mango habanero salsa, pour that on the top of it, put that on crackers, it's amazing. So I imagine this is good. The mustard is kind of odd. Like I would imagine that the ghost pepper hot link with the cream cheese and the mango habanero sauce would be great. Like I don't know why you would put mustard on it, but that's cool. Where did you have that, Eli? Did you make it? All right, I think we got R.I.P. Barbara Walt. This is like December. A lot of people died in December. We had a bunch of musicians died. Pele, the soccer player, died. just this past week. So yeah, it's been a bad month for celebrities dying. But we all have an expiration date. What is the expiration date on this beer? All right, how we doing? Well, we're almost an hour in. We don't have a lot of snacks left. We have 4 snacks left. That's okay. So what I'm going to do is do another snack, and we'll do our soft drink. So let's do these next, because I say so. Somewhere where you can see it. Too light, too much light. I didn't think it was going to be enough light. It's about 50-something degrees out. It's rainy out. I love this weather. Reminds me of Portland weather. I love this. But I don't know how it affects the light. Are we good? How's the video, the audio, everything? Good? Let me know. Yeah, Pope Benedict. That's right. He just died today. The ex-pope is now the real ex-pope. He's an ex-human now. Betty White died this day last year. Yeah, but that was last year. We're just talking about this year. There's been a lot of people died this year. A lot of, yes, R.I.P. Pele. Brazil's finest. One of probably the greatest soccer players that have ever lived. All right, let's do these next. Is that the Spanish one? I guess they're all the same. And let's read a card. And I think this is going to be the last of our leftover questions, which are based on Trippy Food episodes. The question is, who is the famous resident of Marsh's Free Museum in Long Beach, Washington? Again, who is the famous resident of Marsh's Free Museum in Long Beach, Washington? I'll give you a clue. He's dead, but he's still there. All right, let's do these next. This is Salysol is the company. Salysol was founded in Seville, Spain in 1983 by Manuel Gallego. And these are fried almonds in a little can. It's the cutest thing ever. I think it's the cutest thing ever. We'll see. It's satisfying. Cali coffee stinks. No offense for Cali. Are you talking about California or are you talking about Cali, Colombia? Because I would think Cali, Colombia coffee would be really good. Dad, there's a coffee fest in February in LA and you didn't tell me we're in a fight. I didn't know. I didn't know there was. I have to check that out. It's in February in LA. In the city of LA, a coffee fest? All right, there we go. No, we're not in a fight. You're on a flight. Come down. We'll go to the coffee fest. Let's do it. I don't know. They just look like regular almonds. Well, I was going to say not like regular almonds. They're a little bit whitish. Because usually it looks like the skin's still on them, but usually the skin is kind of a brown color. Norwegian blue, beautiful plumage. He is an expat. I'd found that the only reason he'd been sitting on the perch was because he'd been nailed to it. It tastes like almonds. A little bit squeaky. It's kind of weird. The Pope is pining for the fjords. You stunned him. Just then, you stunned him. It tastes like almonds. I remember the fried part doesn't really do anything to it. They're kind of salty, but not like an almond you would take right out of like a can of almonds. Just not even that salty. There's just a slight amount of salt. I don't know what frying does to these because, I mean, to me they're just like almonds, I'm going to give it a thumbs up, but maybe not an enthusiastic thumbs up. And only because it's just not that much of a departure from regular almonds. So yeah, one of these. They're good, but they taste like almonds. Nice, just the right amount of salt and everything. Yeah, I'm gonna give one of these. There we go. What I miss here? The Blue Diamond soy sauce wasabi almonds are fine. I'm trying to remember if we did those. I think we did those. We did a whole bunch of Blue Diamond almonds. We did some with Janice. We did the hot bold ones or the extra bold ones. So I think it was a Carolina Reaper one and maybe sriracha. I can't remember what them were. Janice would remember. We did those with her. We did a bunch of them ourselves. We did, I think, we did the elote ones, which, wasn't so much like elote. But hey, David Wardle has entered the room. Welcome, David. Thank you for joining us on this New Year's Eve. Glad you could join us. Donna, did I welcome you to the room? All right. So the question was, who is the famous resident of Marsh's Free Museum in Long Beach, Washington? And the guesses were, I hope Benedict wasn't that present. He is dead, though, as is the resident. Let's see. Haley is dead, too. I don't see. Where do the guesses start? Oh, okay. So John King says Captain Doler, I think. Janice Yamanaka says Jake the Alligator Man. And please forgive me if I missed it. That looks like the only guesses. Janice is correct. It is Jake the Alligator Man. Now, Jake the Alligator Man is kind of a sideshow thing. So basically, they took an alligator's body and they sewed, it looks like maybe it's a monkey's body onto that, and it looks like a human head, but who really knows? So Jake, do a Google image search for Jake the Alligator Man, and you can probably see it. Or you can watch the Trippy Food episode when we went to Marsh's Free Museum in Long Beach, Washington, because that was a lot of fun. And there was other stuff besides Jake the Alligator Man, but we did meet Jake the Alligator Man when we were there. So there we go. Cold and wet. Oh, it's always cold and wet in Scotland, though. Gave up on football at halftime as it was getting a bit damp. So, almonds. Let's see, David, what time is it there? I think, I want to say that you're 8 hours ahead of us. We're at 2 p.m., so you're like 10 p.m.? 10 p.m. in Scotland, David, is it? We did the extreme, cayenne pepper, ghost pepper, and Carolina Reaper blue diamond almonds. Thank you, Janice. We did that on all 3 channels. So I think we did, if I'm not mistaken, we did the cayenne pepper on your channel, Janice. We did the ghost pepper on Trippy Food, and we did the Carolina Reaper one on Reckless Eating, if I'm not mistaken. I think so. Do you think, Julie, do you think that it's going to come up with something else when you search for Jake the Alligator Man? Oh, it could. It might. There we go. Searching Alligator Man when Florida exists is good. Yeah, there we go. All right. The Reaper ones were pretty nice. Yeah, they were. I think they were even hot for Matt. They were definitely hot for Janice because Janice has a lower tolerance for capsaicin. So let's see. Did I say I got 3 left? Yeah, let's do. Then we did 1, 2, 3. Why do I feel like we're missing something? We did the almonds. We did the jerky. We did something else. Maybe not. All right. So let us do our, I don't want to call it a soft drink, I guess, but our non-alcoholic beverage, I suppose. This is Ghost, not like the band Ghost, not like everything else it's called Ghost these days. It seems to be a popular name for stuff. This is a Ghost energy drink. More on this in a minute. Let's read a card first. It was Jake the Alligator Man. The question is, and this is the last question that is based on a Trippy Food episode. Basically, you can find the answer in our Trippy Food episodes. What restaurant is known for the ice cream potato? Again, the question, what restaurant is known for the ice cream potato? So we'll put that over there. I scrolled up. Let's see what I missed. You were correct, and we reviewed them in reverse order. Hottest ones first. Yeah, well, that's probably a good thing, I think. What? Jake the Alligator Man, Pierre. And welcome, Pierre. Everybody, please welcome Pierre Alexandre Clement to the room. And thank you for joining us on this New Year's Eve. That's an energy drink Ghost. Yes, it is. I haven't tried this one. I'm curious. Me too. And I'll tell you why in a second. But we read the question. We did read the question. What restaurant is known for the ice cream potato? And so let's get started on this. So again, this is a Warheads energy drink. I think they might have like one or two of the Warheads energy drink. This is an energy drink. Now, I think this is Ghost Beverages is part of Ghost. What do they call it? Ghost Lifestyles, I think is the company. They started out doing supplements, and then they decided they were going to get into other stuff. They do clothes and things like that, but they also do energy drinks. They have some. There are some. I'm trying to remember if they were the ones that did the Starburst and the Starburst one, maybe. I think we've done these before, but this is the Warheads Green, the sour green apple energy drink. Ghost Head, Ghost was founded by Ryan Hughes and Daniel Lorenko in 2016 in Henderson, Nevada. But again, they didn't start out making the energy drinks. They've only been making energy drinks since 2020, so they're relatively new. So this one is Warheads Sour Green Apple. So I'm thinking this is going to be really sour, but we'll find out. If I can get my finger there. Smells like Gatorade. All right, here we go. I had the Ghost Warheads Watermelon Energy Drink. How was it, James? I don't remember seeing that episode. Yeah, I think, Julie, I think we did a Sour Patch Kids one. Why did I put it in this little glass? Should I put it in the big glass? Why did I put it in this little glass? I'm not thinking. It's the end of the year, and you know, Val's been drinking too much of that red beer. Yeah, it smells like a cross between Gatorade and Red Bull. Now this is Warheads, and it's sour green apple. So I'm expecting it to be extremely sour, and it's not. It's sour. It's just not extremely sour. How much caffeine? That is an excellent question, Jules. Let's see. 0 sugar, no artificial colors. 100 milligrams of carnitine, 150 milligrams of alpha CPG, whatever the hell that is, 200 milligrams of natural caffeine. 200 milligrams, Jules. What's in a cup of coffee? 100 milligrams of, what does that say? Something factor, neurofactor, and 100% for daily vitamins. Like people are drinking this for vitamins. It doesn't really have that much of a green apple flavor. It tastes like it smells. It tastes chemical. I didn't see taurine listed, but I was just reading off these. It might be in the ingredient. Oh my God, those ingredients are tiny and there's no light. I have an idea. Light. This was a gift from Julie, by the way. It's going to come in handy. Oh, as was this. It says, this is my eating shirt. They're all my eating shirts, though. But that one specifically says it. Carbonated water, malic acid, natural and artificial flavor, citric acid, carnipure, whatever the hell that is, L-carnitine, tartaric acid, taurine, sucralose. What was the question? What was in it? Taurine. Yes, there is taurine in it. Sorbate, natural caffeine from coffee beans, sodium benzoate, alpha CPG, choline, whatever the hell that is, absorbic acid, coffee. Coffee? I don't taste coffee in here, but there's coffee in it. Fruit extract, or is it coffee fruit extract? Maybe that's what it is. It's extract of coffee fruit. Yeah, so 200 milligrams of coffee, Jules. What is 95 in 8 ounces of coffee? Oh, so that's a lot of caffeine. So that means Val's going to be walking on the top of the ceiling. I got to shut this off. I don't want to waste the battery. Come on, shut off for me. Thank you. Apparently being sued for deceptively marketing to kids. Well, it's because of the Warhead thing, I think. Probably kids see Warhead and go, oh, it's candy, you know? So it's not, they're not marketing to kids. It's just the kids in the grocery store, they see a Warheads thing and they think it's candy. So, you know, blame their parents, not the company. Yeah, I actually drank a Monster after having a coffee and had some severe effects, and usually caffeine doesn't affect me. I'm nursing a sports wound. You may be asking, what sports wound, Val? I bowled myself into oblivion. Was it yesterday? It was yesterday? The day before. I think it was yesterday. It was Dallas's birthday, and for his birthday, he had a party at the bowling alley. And so they set up the lanes, and they just opened up the lanes, and nobody was bowling. So I thought, I'll bowl. So like they had it set up for like six people to play each game. Nobody was bowling, so I bowled. I just kept on bowling and bowling and bowling and bowling and bowling, and now I'm paying for it. So it's mostly my lower back right now, and for some strange reason my thighs. So just figuring it'll pass a couple of days, but I bowled myself out is essentially what happened. Like me bouncing off the walls after quintuple espresso. That would do it. That would definitely do it. And Doodle is back. It's Doodle, the Prince of Dogness. Doodle, come up. Come up so you can say hi to everybody. Want to say hi to everybody? Look, they're out there. No, they're out there. Look out there. Look out there. Yeah, there you go. They're out there. No, I know that looks like you, but that's them. How you doing, Doodle? You being a good boy? Huh? You being a good boy? You being a good boy? All righty. Let's see what I miss. Oh, now he wants me to comfort him. Ruby Tuesdays is the best salad bar in my opinion. Jalapeno crisp, soft rye croutons, 3 types of cheese. That does sound good. I'm gonna try that. Bowling butt. No, my thighs, not my butt, and my lower back, not that far lower. There you go. Yeah, David, this is the first time you've seen Doodle. Yeah, he is. He's the Prince of Dogness. He's a good boy. He is a good boy. He's gonna do his meerkat thing here in a minute because I'm not paying enough attention to him. I'm going to give this a thumbs down. Maybe not a total thumbs down because for an energy drink, it's not bad. It is slightly sour. It's not Warhead sour. It's not green apple sour. It doesn't even taste like green apple. It just tastes chemical and everything. So it's like if you just want an energy drink, it's probably not bad because it's just something different as far as flavor-wise goes. But it's, like I would not have it again. I would not seek it out just because I was expecting it to taste like, green apple Warheads. So that's going to get a thumbs down, trending down. No, was that a thumbs in the middle trending downward or a thumbs down trending upward? One of these. It's down there. It's okay. It's, but whatever. But see, he's doing the meerkat thing. I don't know if you guys can see that. He's doing a little meerkat thing. Doodle, I'm gonna mix myself a drink here. So just give me a second, all right? This is probably not going to taste good. I don't want to waste a beer, though. I like that beer. Let's make that smaller. There, that ought to work. I do like that beer. It smells like that. He is getting restive. He wants what he wants when he wants it. Oh, you know what? That's not bad. The beer kind of tames that artificial sweetness chemical kind of taste. So it kind of gets rid of that chemical taste. The energy drink kind of takes away the alcohol beer kind of flavor. And it's somewhere in the middle, and it's pretty good. That's not bad. It's almost like more green apple. I want to give that one. I would not like drink something like this on a regular basis, but I'm going to give it a thumbs and middle trending upward. So, like I said, it's not something I would drink on a regular basis and everything, but it's not bad. So I'm going to give it one of those. There we go. Alcohol and energy drink together. This ought to be fun. All right, let's go back to our question. Our question was, what restaurant is known for their ice cream potato? 1 second, Doodle. I'll be right with you. I just have to get this question answered. Let's see what the guesses were. What are their guesses? Let's see. Janice Yamanaka said West Side Drive-In. It looks like Janice Yamanaka. Yeah. I'm with you, Doodle. I'm there. I think, Janice, you're the only one that answered, and you said West Side Drive-In. It was, in fact, the West Side Drive-In in Boise, Idaho. Now, some of you are asking, what is an ice cream potato? Others of you don't even care. But an ice cream potato is not, it's not made of potato. It is an ice cream sundae that looks like a baked potato. They make it look just like a baked potato. But it's all ice cream. It's an ice cream sundae, and it looks like a baked potato. So if you want to see what that looks like, Trippy Food episode at West Side Drive-In in Boise, Idaho, eating the ice cream potato. And that gets rid of our leftover questions. So let's see, we got 3 left. How are we doing on time? We're doing great. We have 45. Wait, is that right? We have 45 minutes left. We're doing fine. We're doing perfect. We got lots of. Yeah, he's an attention, like he likes that as attention. Good little baby. He's a good little baby. It's covered in cocoa powder to make it look like a potato. Yes, Janice. And then the whipped cream looks like sour cream. I can't remember what else is on it. I just remember eating it. So, and you're probably asking, Val, what were you doing in Idaho? That's a good question. What was I doing in Idaho? I don't remember. I think I was driving through Idaho. But that sounds really cool. The ice cream potato. It is really cool. But, you know, and you could probably make one at home, so you don't have to drive all the way to Boise, Idaho to have it. All right, let's see. Let's do this one next. Now we have done a what was it? The Beyond. I think we did the Beyond vegan jerky. This is Krave. Krave is the company. I know, Doodle. I know. All right, so let's read another question. This is where we start to get into new questions, and the question is: at what tourist destination would you find guides called Sherpas? Again, at which tourist destination would you find guides called Sherpas? Let's put that over here. And let's go and take a look at our Krave plant-based jerky. It says vegan. It should be vegan. And Krave was founded, Krave Pure Foods was founded in 2005 in Austin, Texas by John Sebastiani. But it was sold to Hershey's in 2015. And then Hershey sold it to Sonoma Brands in 2020. So now it is made in Sonoma, California, because it is now owned by Sonoma Brands. We're saying, hey, oh, okay. Are people still meeting each other? Has anybody else come into the room that I neglected? Because I don't like to do that. All right, here we go. Oh, the trick is you can't. I know, Doodle. You think this is a doodle snack. Well, this is plant-based, and it's probably, let's see, is it supposed to be spicy? It is smoked chipotle. I don't know that I should give this to you, but this is your lucky day because I also have doodle snacks. Would you like another doodle snack? I'll give you a small doodle snack. There we go. And off he goes. No. 1 second. I just got to respond to this. Just responding. Because that's what I do. I respond. I'm going to try to respond. There we go. Done. All righty. Let's get this out of the way. That's a nice smell. I smell smoke. Let's see, what's in it? Slow roasted chipotle brings the perfect balance of spice and smokiness to tender plant-based jerky. This tasty snack delivers both mouth-watering flavor and heat. Well, we'll see about the heat part. I'm willing to bet they don't. Ingredients: water, pea protein concentrate, fava bean protein, pea hull fiber, salt, cane sugar, cane sugar. Why? I guess they got to make it sweet. Gluten-free soy sauce contains 2% or less of the following spices: salt, white vinegar, tomato powder, natural flavors, brown sugar, onion powder, garlic powder, smoked paprika, paprika extract. They don't really say what kind of peppers they do chipotle peppers. I think chipotle peppers might be jalapenos. Does anybody know that? You responded first, your area first responder. Oh, there we go. It's odd because it's like a very distinct geometric shape, but that's because it's not made out of meat, so there's no meat fiber in there. That's chewier than regular jerky. I think I'd rather try a dual snack. I'll be honest with you, David. These are actually good. The dual snack that I'm giving him, these are Trader Joe's smoked chicken tenders. Ingredients: chicken. That's it, just chicken. Put that here for a second while I enjoy the rest of this. But I'm not enjoying it. The texture is all wrong. It's a texture of plastic. It's all wrong. Well, it's sort of like a plastic, really smooth kind of texture. But then when you get down to it, there is that kind of like chewy fiber. It's just a really, really weird taste. It tastes nothing like meat, nothing like meat whatsoever. But, you know, I guess it doesn't have to. It just says jerky, but it's not trying to be, it's not like Beyond Meat. I don't know if they're really going for meat. It's just a plant-based jerky. So, but the problem is, it doesn't taste like meat, but it doesn't taste like plants anymore either. So it's kind of like Neverland. It's like, flavor-wise, like cardboard, you know, like not much flavor at all. They don't really bring, this says they bring the heat, but they don't bring the heat. It's not really that hot. Not a lot of spice, not enough spice. And the texture is just really weird. So I'm probably going to eat this because it's not bad. But it's not, I mean, like, to me, it's like that. It's almost like a total thumbs down. It's just that, you know, I'm based on the fact that they're not saying it tastes like meat. They're just saying it's plant-based jerky. It's smoked chipotle. It does have the smoke. It's a very, very mild pepper, but not enough to keep me interested. And so, yeah, gonna be one of these, I think. So there we go. Let's see. Let's go back to our question. Our question was, at which tourist destination would you find guides called Sherpas? And let's see. Haystack says Mount Everest. Ice Hand 69 says Mount Everest. Ice Hand, did I welcome you to the room? Ice Hand, did I acknowledge the fact that you came in, or did I miss you? Did you sneak in? Tom, old guy in Colorado, said Mount Kumquat, which is, of course, is always correct. Julie Couture said Machu Picchu. John King says the Doler Penguin Barn. That is awesome. I kind of wish there was an actual place where you could go called the Doler Penguin Barn. That sounds awesome. That sounds amazing. Somebody needs to do that. I would go visit the Doler Penguin Barn. Janice Yamanaka says Mount Everest in Nepal. She was very specific. It's in Nepal. Let's see. Julie changed her guess and said Mount Everest. Let's see. Was that it? That looks like it. I think you guys all have that. It was in fact Mount Everest. So the guides are the local indigenous people, and the Sherpas, and they actually a lot of them they actually do it barefoot. They actually like go up in the mountains and stuff like that barefoot. That's crazy. I don't know how far up they go. Maybe they go like you go the rest of the way, but we'll get you up to a certain amount. So I don't know exactly how much. Sometimes they end up carrying people down who underestimated it, but I think it's probably because they they live in a high altitude place that they're probably accustomed to it or used to it. So it is in fact Mount Everest. So there we go. There was something that somebody asked that I wanted to respond to. Oh, it was, Janice said that Spoon University has a recipe for ice cream potato. So if you want to try that at home, you want to try to make the ice cream potato at home, sounds like they have a recipe. I just look up Spoon University and see if you can get a recipe for it and everything. And you don't have to go all the way out to Idaho to get it. So there we go. Maybe Animal Kingdom and Disney World on the Everest ride. Did they have guides on that ride? Let's see. Did I miss anything? Or do both soy sauce and tamari come in gluten and gluten-free versions? Well, I don't think there's any gluten in soybeans, so they must add like wheat or something to it to create gluten. So either that or it's just gluten-free anyways, and they just specify that it's gluten-free. So it's hard to say. Tamari is usually gluten-free. Many soy sauces qualify for gluten-free because they have only trace amounts. Thank you, Janice. Let's see. I like a good eel sauce. Is it made with real eel though, Steve? One time I mentioned eel sauce to a friend and he was like, ew, why would you eat sauce made with eels? Because you can. I would eat sauce made with eels. Vegan items are best when they don't try to copy meat. I agree with you, Janice. I agree with you completely because they never come close to meat. But there we go. What if anyone is celebrating the New Year on the summit of Everest? I don't think you can climb Everest all year round. I think there's only a certain window where they let people climb Everest. I don't know it's all year round. I also don't know in Nepal what time of the year it is. So my guess is they don't let people do it in the wintertime because of the severe weather. So like I said, there's just a very small window when they actually let people climb it. So it's time for me to go. Happy New Year. Okay, Tom. Well, thank you for joining us. And for everybody else on the stream, remember that Tom, Old Night in Colorado, is live streaming. He's making some awesome stuff tonight. So check that out. It is at 4 p.m. and be sure to subscribe to his channel so we can get to 1,000 subscribers and we get to watch him eat raw oysters with Vienna sausage, with blue cheese dressing, with chocolate syrup. So there you go. They often use wheat in the processing soy sauce. Yeah, I figure it was something like that because I think you only get gluten from wheat anyways, right? So there you go. I think I got everything. I think I got all caught up. Did I miss anybody? If I missed you, if you said something, if you needed a response from me, please put that back in there again. I don't like to miss anybody. We don't have like it's not like we have like 1,000 people in the live chat or anything where the thing just scrolls by and I miss everything. So I just want to make sure we're still at that level where I can catch up with people. So there we go. Now, somebody was asking, who was it? Was it Haystack? Was it you? Or David? Oh, no, it was David. David Wardle said, I think I'd rather try a doodle snack than the vegan thing. So this is a piece of doodle snack. It is just chicken. It is smoked chicken. That's all it is. Came back, he's like, are you eating my food? Are you eating my snack? I admit it, Doodle, I'm eating your snack. I'm sorry. So this is like hardcore jerky. Wait, that didn't sound right. This is like hardcore jerky where it's really dry and chewy, really chewy. The fiber breaks down. You could taste the smoke. Chicken, it's like 100% chicken. That's the flavor. It's like chicken. Chicken punch in the face. Chicken jerky. It's actually really good. Now, it doesn't say, like, maybe that chicken's been on the floor of a warehouse for a year before they decided to make it into jerky. So maybe I'm taking my life into my hands. I don't think so. Either way, it is actually, well, it is better, I think. I like it better. But I'm not going to eat that all because that's Doodles. I'm not going to eat his snack. But I am eating that. I'm going to be chewing this for a while, though. The average climbing season is typically April through June. Yeah, I know there was a really small window for that because the weather is so severe on Mount Everest. There's a very, very small window where they let people climb up there. So Mount Everest is still not elusive as Mount Washington. That's true. My guess is you can always see Mount Everest. Like if you're near Mount Everest, you just like, that is the largest. Technically, Mount Everest is the tallest mountain in the world above sea level. My understanding is that there are actually mountains taller than Everest that are underwater, and because they're so deep, just the top of it comes up over the water. But because they're so deep, that there's actually taller mountains underwater than even Everest. I don't know if that's true or not. I bet Janice knows though, or Janice can find out. Mount Washington weather is terrifying. Again, haystack. Mount Washington is also seasonal. So I think after I want to say sometime in October, maybe Columbus Day. After Columbus Day, they shut it down. Although I think you can go up there in the winter. You can't go up by car in the winter because that road is unavailable. Maybe they take you up by train there. There's a weather station up at the top of Mount Washington, and it is manned. For those who don't know Mount Washington is in New Hampshire. It is the tallest mountain on the East Coast, but it's not very tall. I think it's like 6,000 feet or something like that. But they have some of the worst weather in the United States on top of Mount Washington in New Hampshire. So there we go. The reason that Julie mentions that is because we have tried to go twice now. The first time we went, we couldn't find the mountain. And I know what you're thinking. It's a mountain. How do you miss a mountain? But honestly, there were like low clouds, and we never saw it. We were driving, and we were driving down the road that it was supposed to be at, and we saw a sign that said like Canada 30 miles. We literally were 30 miles from Canada. We completely missed it. It was like I want to say like 9 o'clock at night or something. We ended up eating at a 99 restaurant, and yeah, we missed it completely. The second time, it's not that we missed it. It's just that we had stopped at a bunch of other places. If you go and watch, not this past year, but the year before, our leaf peeper episode that we did in October the year before, we had planned to go up Mount Washington at the end of that, but by the time we got up close to Mount Washington, it was close to 4 o'clock, and they don't allow cars up there past 4 o'clock. So we missed it. So it just seems to be like this thing that's avoiding us. It's going to be anticlimactic when we actually do get up Mount Washington. So that's kind of the story. Haystack, that was it. 231 mile per hour wind gust was recorded at Mount Washington. Yeah, I think it's worst weather in the country. I don't know if it's in Guinness Book of Records or something, but it's like the worst weather in the country. Mauna Kea is about 3,000 feet taller than Everest. Yeah, I knew it was something like that, Janice, that there are some, it's not that high above the sea level, but most of it is down below the sea, I guess, under the sea. So yeah, there are taller mountains than Everest underwater, and you just see the tops of them, so they don't look that big, but they're actually, if you would put them at sea level, they would be much taller than Everest. Just busted out the peppermint schnapps, 100 proof shots just to start the night. Well, Happy New Year to you too, Miguel. We said some choice words. We did say some choice words. We chose them carefully. That really stinks about Mount Washington. Better luck if you try again. I think we're destined not to go. I think like next time we're just gonna have next time I'm out there, I'm gonna have to just say, Julie, all right, you know what? We're gonna start at 7 o'clock in the morning. We're just gonna drive straight to Mount Washington. We're not gonna stop anywhere. We're gonna use our GPS. We're gonna hope that it's not cloudy, and we're gonna get up there, and somehow something will happen. We're not meant to go up there. I think that's what it is. Would you eat avocado mixed with strawberries, Val? Yeah, why not? Sounds pretty good, actually. Make a nice salad. Avocado, strawberries, some greens. Sounds really good, John. Are you eating that now? Let's see. Was up Mount Washington as a kid with the family. At the bottom, it was 80s. At the top, it was 30s. Yeah, it could be a big difference. Time I tell people we're at the hotel, they were like, you missed the mountain behind it. I respond with shut your mouth. That's the proper explanation. We could see the mountain. When we were at the hotel, the second time. The first time we were at the hotel, we couldn't see the mountain because of clouds, so we couldn't tell where it was. The second time, we could see the mountain from the hotel, from the back of the hotel, but it was already like 4 o'clock, and we knew we weren't going to get up there. So, hey, the Cassandra has just entered the room. Happy New Year, the Cassandra. Let's see. Hope everyone's doing fabulous. Glad to be able to catch some of the stream. I am too. So we got almost another half hour left, and let's see, and a couple snacks left. So you're in good shape. I'll just toss his ashes off the top. You won't be able to get up there. Maybe we should take so we were going to take, they have a cog railway. It's like a train that goes up at an angle. It goes up to the top of Mount Washington. But I think it's like $75 to take this train up to the top of Mount Washington. Maybe we save up for that, and that's the way to go, because at least we know we'll get up there. No, at least we think we'll get up there. Maybe there'll be something wrong with the train that day or something like that. All right, let's do the next snack. Let's see, which one do I want to do first? Let's do this one first. This is from Seapoint Farms. I know we did some Seapoint Farms stuff before. For some reason, I'm thinking we did it with seafood, but apparently they do everything else. But let's read a question first, and the question is, what is the name of the sandwich famous in Binghamton, New York, which takes a long bread roll and fills it with marinated meat? Again, what is the name of the sandwich famous in Binghamton, New York, which takes a long bread roll and fills it with marinated meat? There we go. Let's put that over there. $86. That's what it is now, Jules? Oh, my God. Yeah, I thought it was like 75 or something like that. Maybe it's 75 because I'm old. Maybe that's what it is. All right. So, again, this is Seapoint Farms. And Seapoint Farms was founded in 1996 by Laura and Kevin Cross in Huntington Beach, California, where they still are. I don't know a lot of farms in Huntington Beach, California. I think this was made somewhere else. Product of USA. No, I guess not. It smells like a plate of lentils. Like, have you ever had lentils as a side dish? That's what it smells like. Them's lentils. Oh, that's weird. Why are those so sweet? I know, that they put some sugar in barbecue sauce, but those are exceptionally sweet. Ingredients: lentils, safflower oil, sugar, tomato paste, salt, brown sugar, maltodextrin, pineapple juice, tapioca, maltodextrin, vinegar, spices, malic acid, garlic powder, molasses, tamarind extract, natural smoke flavor. I mean, it sounds like good stuff. It kind of like breaks apart in your mouth, like it's kind of grit. What is a grit? There's some weird flavor there, some weird sweetness. It's not bad, but nothing about this invokes barbecue sauce. It says Texas barbecue. Man, I lived in Texas for 13 years. It doesn't taste like Texas barbecue to me. There's no spicy kick to it. I'm not getting too much tomato or pepper flavor. It's tangy. There's a tanginess to it. There's a sweetness to it. And that's about it. As far as Texas barbecue goes, that's going to get a thumbs in the middle. It's not terrible. It doesn't taste bad, but it's just really lacking. I want this to be spicier. I want this to be more savory. I want this to be, I want this to taste more like barbecue or barbecue sauce at least, and it doesn't. So, yeah, I'd say thumbs in the middle on that one. Not terrible, though. I have no idea on the sandwich name, but it sounds really good to me. It is really good. I've had it actually when I went to Binghamton, but you writing that word made me gag, Migs. What? You should review a shot of Rumplemints and Fireball, the core fire and ice. That sounds interesting. We should do more as far as like alcoholic beverages go. That's outside of, like, it seems like we're always doing beers. We really don't do anything outside of that. So maybe we should do that. Do me a favor, put that in the suggestion thing on the community page. Let's try that. The liquor that had the crystals in it. Crystals? That sounds weird. Now I'm wanting some sambuca. I like sambuca. I like to put a little bit of sambuca in coffee. That's pretty good. All right, let's go back to our question. Our question was, what is the name of the sandwich famous in Binghamton, New York, which takes a long bread and fills it with marinated meat? Did Janice answer that one? I did not see. Oh, she did answer that, and she said Spideys or Speedies. I'm Speedies. She did say Speedies. Let's see, who else answered that? Ice Hand said the Binghamton beef log. No, that was a crime that was committed back in 1937. 10 people were arrested for the Binghamton beef log. The Dollars Squeeze sandwich. Is that it? Those are the only guesses. Janice is, of course, correct. It is the Speedy. It is marinated meat, usually like chicken or beef. They can use pork, and it's put in a sub roll, and it's delicious. So if you're ever in Binghamton, New York, and why would you be, you definitely have yourself a Speedy. I will tell you, I had to do some work in Binghamton, New York. I was staying at the Holiday Inn because I think it's the only hotel in Binghamton, New York. And across the street from the Holiday Inn I was staying at is Broome Arena, B-R-O-M-E, B-R-O-O-M-E, Broome Arena, and it's an arena. And while I was there, Crosby, Stills, and Nash were playing at the Broome Arena. And because it's the only hotel, one of the only hotels in Binghamton, New York, Crosby, Stills, and Nash were staying in the hotel that I was staying at. And so there's nothing to do in Binghamton, New York. And I think they were having like a trivia contest in the bar. So I think I'm sitting next to David Crosby doing trivia in a bar in Binghamton, New York at the Holiday Inn because there's nothing else to do. And I think it was Stephen Stills or somebody that I rode up the elevator with Stephen Stills or something along those lines. So that's my story about Binghamton, New York. And that's all there is. There's really nothing else about Binghamton, New York. So there we go. I had a delicious s'mores martini and s'mores martini. So what part is the chocolate and what part is the marshmallow in that martini? S'mores martini and espresso martini. You had two different martinis. You're not talking about that together, are you, Jules? Sounds good. Always wanted to try mead. Did we do mead? I'm thinking we did the Oregon Renaissance Fair, and I don't know if we did mead at the Oregon Renaissance Fair. I seem to remember we did, but I don't remember if we did that. But that's the way to go. Is that you'll always be able to find that at a Renaissance festival. Sambuca and coffee. That sounds like a vibe. It is hot coffee. A little bit of Sambuca on the top. Drop a couple coffee beans on top of it. Excellent. Meat is great if you like honey. Yeah, well, it is what it is. Speaking of Sambuca, have you seen the movie Ford Fairlane? I have not. That was with Andrew Dice Clay, I think. I have not seen it, but I was not a big fan of Andrew Dice Clay. Buca coffee is amazing. It is, Jules. You're absolutely right. Another for meat here. It can be earthy in the way honey can be. It is nice. Yeah, I thought we did it, but I can't be sure. Dad, you on fire? I'm on fire. Somebody put me out because I'm on fire. I have to give Sambuca coffee a try next time I get my mitts on some Romana. There you go. It's a deal. Get an Italian roast, just because you can. There was a flaming marshmallow on top. They used a white chocolate liqueur. Chocolate liqueur worked awesome. How did they get that graham cracker taste though, Jules? Like it's a s'more, right? How do they get the graham cracker taste? Hey, Zen Bob has just entered the room. Happy New Year to you as well. Thank you for joining us on this New Year's Eve. Okay, we have one snack left. How are we doing on time? We got 15 minutes left. Piece of cake. Actually, it's not a piece of cake. They're chickpeas. Andrew Dice Clay is a jerk in real life. Apparently, the music is wild. He drinks Sambuca milkshakes, has a pet koala, and has the worst one-liners. Not too family-friendly, so I won't say. Yeah, well, he wasn't family-friendly anyways. But it just... he was a jerk in real life, and apparently he was a jerk not in his real life either. So his humor was crude, but it was crude to the point of maybe like shock value. And I don't know if it was just his shtick, but it was like crude to be shocking, which is not funny. So or not to me, anyways. I mean, some people might find it funny, but it is 11:44 p.m. in Switzerland. Zen Bob, are you in Switzerland? that means that you will be with us and we will be with you on New Year's. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to count at the end of it, like as it gets closer to 3 o'clock. Where 3 o'clock our time, Pacific time. We're going to do a countdown so that you can watch this back, and at the end of it, if you time it right, if you time it just right, at the end of it, you'll be able to do the countdown with us. So we're going to do that. And it sounds like you'll be with us, Zen Bob. So that is awesome. You can share. We can share New Year's with you when it comes in. I don't think I've ever watched an Andrew Dice Clay. I know I have not. So, but because of that. All right. So our question is, what is the name of the heavily visited river that drains Lake Erie into Lake Ontario? Again, what is the name of the heavily visited river that drains Lake Erie into Lake Ontario? So let's put that over here, and let's try these. Now, this is Gold Emblem, and as you know, Gold Emblem is the house brand for CVS. I'm not sure when they started doing their own, the house brand. I will tell you that everything that we've done as Gold Emblem has been exceptional. There's been they do these Gold Emblem cheese puffs that bring the heat. Seriously, bring the heat. I've not had a Gold Emblem product that was not good, and really, really surprising because it's a drugstore brand. Really, really surprising. So go again, Gold, Gold Emblem, and I guess the product line is called Abound. But Gold Emblem products, I've not had a bad one. Maybe this will be the first one, but you know, I shouldn't jinx it. These are sweet sriracha roasted chickpeas. The Gold Emblem brand was launched by CVS in 1995, so they've been around that long. I didn't know, but I forgot I had it written down. John King, I think you would change that guess to the Doler, Michigan River, because we're looking for the name of the river. And there is a particular feature of this river that is visited, heavily visited, where at the point where Lake Erie drains into Lake Ontario. Well, that definitely looks like chickpeas. Ooh, that's good. And spicy. There's some heat there. It says sweet sriracha. It's actually on the hot side. Oh my God, that's really, really, really good flavor. The sweetness doesn't taste like sugar sweet. It tastes like a sweet chili, which might have sugar in it, but it's that sweet chili taste. These are really good. Let's see. Ingredients: roasted chickpeas. Yeah, well, I hope so. Safflower or sunflower oil, sugar, maltodextrin, hot sauce, aged red peppers, vinegar, salt, garlic powder, paprika, spice, yeast extract. You can taste that. You can taste that hot sauce flavor. Vinegar, garlic powder, onion powder, sea salt, natural flavors, and tocopherols. I don't know what tocopherol is. I think it's that little mouse that used to be on the Ed Sullivan Show. And I know most of you out there are saying, like, Ed Sullivan? Who the hell's Ed Sullivan? Old guys like us got to watch the Beatles on Ed Sullivan when we were kids. These are awesome. These are really, really good. Crispy, crunchy, but not like teeth-breaking crunchy. Excellent pepper taste. Nice burn. Nice blend of spices. These are really, really good. I'm thinking you can get them at a drugstore. How good can they be? They're really good. All right, let's go back to our question. Our question was, what is the name of the heavily visited river? Let me try that in English, okay? What is the name of the heavily visited river that drains Lake Erie into Lake Ontario? And the guesses are, let's see. We'll go back here. Crumb Rim. Oh, okay. I thought Crumb Rim was the name of your guess, but Crumb Rim is, you're talking about the s'mores martini. That would make sense. There you go. There's your graham cracker. Julie says this the river Styx, not the band Styx, the river Styx. That's funny. Janice Yamanaka says the Niagara River. Let's see. Haystack agrees with her. The Cassandra says the Niagara River. John King says I'm gonna change yours, John, so that it's river. Says the Dollar, Michigan River. Let's see. I mean, a lot of people visit the river Styx. Yeah, eventually. Probably more than we care to admit. And Haystack says, but they don't come back. Love making roasted chickpeas at home and snack. Yeah, I don't know how much work is it to actually roast them yourself. Do you cook them first, or do you roast them fresh? The Dollar, Michigan Delight River. So John changed it. Let's see. Thank you. Janice put up the, we were talking about mead, and I thought maybe we did it at the Oregon Renaissance Fair. Janice put the episode up there. I can't guarantee we did it, but I'm pretty sure we did mead on that episode. So check that out. She put the link up there. Thank you, Janice. Are they dry as all get out? They're somewhat dry, but it's not. But they're it's not like dry your mouth out dry. You only draw back at chickpea snacks. Yeah, they're a little bit dry, a little bit powdery, but just not like it dries your mouth out. Favorite seasoning to put on pizza? I imagine it's a question, Steve Russell. So bear with me. Hold on to that. Haystack, you knew that one. You knew that one. I had mentioned, I said tocopherols, and I don't know what tocopherols when I said it's probably like the mouse that was on Ed Sullivan's show. And it sounds like Haystack knows exactly what I was talking about. The mouse on the Ed Sullivan show was a puppet. His name was Topo Gigio. Again, I think I'm the only one old enough to remember that. His name was Topo Gigio, and he was a puppet. And he talked like that. He was a little mouse voice and everything. Looking back on it, I think he sucked. I don't think it was like funny or anything, but maybe he was supposed to be cute, but didn't really care for Topo Gigio. But tocopherols sound like Topo Gigio, and that's why I made that reference. Really big shoe. That's right, Jules. Love you can easily pronounce ingredients on the back of food instead of Methodist supercalifragilistic. It's funny. Tocopherols are basically vitamin E. Well, that's interesting. In what form, I wonder? Topo Gigio, I think you meant Haystack. Yeah, Ice Hand sounds like you know Topo Gigio too. Steve Russell said Niagara River. Crum Rim does sound like a place name. It does. Let's talk about that in a second. Julie says Niagara Falls, Frankie Angel. That's just what Attila Hun said before he saw his mom. And then Niagara Falls. Yes, most of you are correct. It was in fact the Niagara River, and the feature of the Niagara River that is highly visited is Niagara Falls, which is a series of three waterfalls. I believe 2 are in the United States and 1 is in Canada. It is best seen from the Canadian side. I visited once. I had to do some work in, I think it was Rochester, New York, and it's a short distance away. So we actually went to Niagara Falls. Now, I had somebody take my picture. I don't know what happened to that picture, but I had somebody take my picture, and I'm sitting on the wall next to where, on the Canadian side, I'm sitting on the wall next to where the falls comes down, the Canadian Falls comes down. In hindsight, if I had somehow fallen backwards, it would have been game over, because like I would have went plop over the edge, and that would have been it, game over. Never mind hitting rocks below. I can't swim, and you can't get out. Like if you're in the falls, you get stuck. The current pushes you down. So I would have died instantly. And I just think about that now as like that was stupid taking the picture just sitting on the wall right there. Because if I fell backwards over that wall, we wouldn't be having this conversation right now. So, and the reason I know this about falling into a waterfall is I used to go tubing on the Guadalupe River in Texas, in I think like San Marcos. I think it was San Marcos, Texas. So they take these inner tubes, they inflate them, and you just go down the river on the inner tube. Well, along the way, there's places where they have, and when I say waterfall, I'm talking about maybe 3 feet of water coming over the top. So you come in the raft, boom, down, and you go down the river. Well, sometimes you don't go down the river. Sometimes what happens is you get knocked off your inner tube when you're over the when you're in the waterfall, and the weight of the water coming down pushes you down into the waterfall. And again, it's not that deep. Maybe a total of 6 feet, maybe not even 6 feet. And meanwhile, your inner tube is just kind of rolling around in the falls, because what happens is the weight of the water coming down like this pulls the water at the top back into the falls. So you have the water coming down like this, the water at the top coming down like this, and it's basically one of these things happening, right? So your inner tube is too light to go into the falls, and so it just keeps on bouncing around in that point where those two things meet. Meanwhile, both of those water sources coming down push you down to the bottom of the waterfall. You cannot swim up to get out of it. You just can't do it. It's physically impossible to swim up to get. So the only way to do it is to get down towards the bottom, shoot out this way, and then come up. That's the only way to do it, and that's what I did. Otherwise, again, I wouldn't be here to tell you about it. So there we go. Ed, remember the puppet from Ed Sullivan? Yeah, he was. I mean, Ed. Like, people think of the Beatles and Ed Sullivan and go, that must have been a cool show to watch. But then when you watch old episodes, because you can go onto YouTube and watch old episodes of the Ed Sullivan Show, and you just like, did people find this entertaining? Did they really? Ed Sullivan Show also had Senor Wences. Now, I don't know if you guys know Senor Wences, but he was a ventriloquist. I think he was from Spain. And so he spoke with a Spanish accent. But his famous thing was like the little mouth that he made talk. Like, he would put lipstick on his hand, and he would make like a hand puppet. And he would. I'm not doing it because I'm not good at ventriloquism. But you want to see his mouth, and then you see the thing like, oh, hi, how are you? Are you good? Would you like a kissy, man? Oh. So he would do stuff like that. And then his famous one is like, there's something in the box that he's talking to, and it's all right. So I don't know if you guys remember that or neither, but that's Senor Wences also appeared on the Ed Sullivan Show. Funny thing about the Ed Sullivan Show is appearing on the Ed Sullivan Show was a theater group who were doing Oliver, and they went on. I think it was either before or after, probably before the Beatles. They went on before the Beatles. It was this theater group that were doing Oliver. I think probably in New York at the time. And among the cast in that production of Oliver was Davy Jones from the Monkees. And he remembers being backstage and watching the Beatles play and go, I want to do that. And so, then he was in the Monkees, and the rest is history. But if you ever go online and you can find the episode that the Beatles were on, and it's the whole Ed Sullivan episode, you can see them doing a song from Oliver, and Davy Jones is in there singing. So interesting, I think. New Year's resolution should be to learn to swim, Val. Never too late to learn. Sometimes it's too late to learn. Sometimes it is too late to learn, but you don't want to talk about that. I love the movie Scrooge. That was an awesome movie, John King. I mean, it was kind of goofy and everything, but it was also a good movie. I think my favorite part was when he went back to see his parents when he was a kid, and his father was a butcher, and he gave him that package of veal for Christmas, and he says he was making fun of him, crying. He goes, it's just that at today's prices, veal is a really, really nice gift. So it was kind of funny, I think. It's all right, Ice Hand. Have a safe New Year's Eve, Trippy fan. Eli, you're taking off. Then have a safe New Year's, and we'll see you next year. How's that? Thanks for having us over tonight. Thanks for being here tonight. Steve, you taking off? How we doing? Oh, it's 3 o'clock. We should do our countdown now. So let's do our countdown now. So it's there, and then I'll put a timestamp on it later. So ready? Here we go. We're going to go from 10 to 1. Everybody do it with me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Happy New Year! It's actually New Year in Switzerland. Happy New Year! Happy New Year, Doodle! Happy New Year! Happy New Year, everybody! All right, so you can replay this later and enjoy New Year's. So it's 3 o'clock now. We're pretty much done with our snacks, but we have to do our stupid thing because this is our last stupid thing of the year. So let's do this. Let's go ahead and do that. Again, I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us for this New Year's Eve live stream. I have not done a New Year's episode, but I figured since we're going to do a live stream, like last week, since I didn't do a Christmas live stream, I did a Christmas episode. So I gave you a Christmas episode. Who watched the Christmas episode, by the way? Anybody? Watch our Christmas episode? This is just going to taste like a savory snack mix, I think. Did anyone watch the Christmas episode? Janice, you watched it. You have a fantastic New Year's Day and stay safe. You as well, Haystack. And Miguel. So now when people are watching this back, it's like already New Year's. So I will later on, I think it's like 2 hours after we film this, is when it goes up. I think you can watch it right away, but I don't know, to what extent. But I will get the timestamp and I'll put the timestamp on it. So, as it gets closer to midnight, in whatever time zone you're in, you just go to that thing and you can do the countdown with us. Let's see, what do we got? We got almonds, our fried almonds. I dropped the scissors on the ground. Fried almonds. Our pineapple. Looks like we need those scissors. See, I had the lentils, got the chickpeas. Happy New Year, Julie. Happy New Year. Julie, do you want me to tell that story? Would you like to tell that story? I don't think I've told that story. Would you like me to, Jules? I can. It's a cute New Year story. It's not embarrassing or anything. Not for me. Sure. Okay. I will tell you that. Happy New Year's, David. I will tell you the story that Julie's talking about. So one year, I think it was 2003, New Year's Eve 2003, New Year's Day 2004. I had just moved to California from Texas, and I was staying over my friend's house because he lived in Pasadena, and the next day we were going to go to the Rose Parade, the Rose Parade the next day. And so we just stayed at his house, and we walked up the street to see the parade the next day. So that night, around 9 p.m. my time, which was at midnight East Coast time, Julie called me, and she says, "Happy New Year, Dad! Happy New Year! I just want to call out and wish you Happy New Year! Happy New Year!" I'm like, "Happy New Year, hon! Love you! Have a Happy New Year!" And then 15 minutes later, the phone rang. And it was Julie, and she goes, "Hey, Dad, I just want to wish you a Happy New Year. Happy New Year, Dad. Happy New Year. Just want to wish you a Happy New Year." And I'm like, "Oh, okay, Jules. Happy New Year. I love you. Be careful. Have a nice New Year." So the next day, I don't remember what time it was. Sometime the next day, Julie calls me up, and she says, "Dad, I am so sorry that I didn't call you on New Year's Eve." And I'm like, "Jules, you did twice." So Julie was having such a fun New Year's Eve that she forgot that she called me twice. So that's the Happy New Year's story from Julie. I think I got everything. Did I get everything? I could even put some of Julie. If Doodle was there, I don't want to take his snack from him. You never know when he's going to attack. All right, here we go. Little of everything. Snack mix from hell. Here we go. Yeah, Jules, you would have been 20. Well, no, not 20. Let's see. 23? You would have been 23. A month before your 24th birthday. That's pretty good. It makes the lentils taste better. Julie, was that the night you dropped your sausage in the alley and ate it anyway? Mm-mm. No, the Krave isn't bad in here. The that it's not bad in there. Really just adds texture. The pineapple is the strongest taste. That pineapple, that thing, pineapple is the strongest taste. You get the almonds because it's just almonds. Even the lentils taste better. And you get the heat from the chickpeas. That's a thumbs up. That's a nice snack mix. I'll end up eating the rest of that. So I kept you 5 minutes over. I hope you don't mind. Hopefully, when some people are watching this, it's already New Year's. So hopefully you'll have a great New Year's. But I want to thank you personally for being with us all last year, 2022. I want to thank you for being with us the whole time. It's been a fun ride, and we couldn't have done it without you. When you think about it, we hit 5,000 this past year. We hit 5,000. Could not have done that without you. I appreciate every single one of you. I love the interaction that we have in the chat. You are a wonderful group. I could not ask for a better chat group to have. So it really, I always say this, and I hope you don't think it's just something I make up, but I really do say it's like I really look forward to when I do these live streams and I converse with you, because it's just you're such a great group. I learn stuff from you. Hopefully you learn stuff from me. We all have fun. And I really appreciate every single one of you for doing this. So hopefully, we'll get a little bit bigger. Hopefully it won't get too crazy. I'm not in a big hurry. I'm not looking to get like 1 million subscribers next year or anything else like that. We have fun. I have fun. I hope you guys do too. And I really appreciate it. And I thank you for all the times that you joined us last year. And hopefully you'll join us some. So again, I'm going to be trying some interesting things in the coming year, in 2023. Again, we might do some stuff on Twitch. We'll probably get the music thing going on the other channel. I'll keep you guys posted and let you guys know what's going on. But again, really appreciate all of you. Like Janice has been with us since the beginning. Again, she has not missed a single live stream. Thank you, Janice. Julie's been with me since her beginning. So it's just a really great group, and I thank you all. So have a safe and happy 2020. Remember, the year is as good as you make it, right? We can't necessarily affect the things that affect us personally on a personal level, but the things that are happening out there, let's just try to make it a great year, and just like make the best of it, and let's just make it a great year, all of us together. So again, thank you so much for being with us this past year, and we really look forward to being with you this coming year. But remember that it's crazy out there, so please be careful. Please take care of yourselves, take care of others, and we'll see you soon. Bye, everybody. Thank you again. Happy New Year's.